Gagetown, Petitcodiac.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker, and my question is for the Minister of Health. Will the government's new Cannabis Crown Corporation be getting involved in medical marijuana business now or in the future?
The Honourable Minister of Health.
Well, I'm happy to say that I served on the Cannabis Committee that the Legislative Assembly had. I was chairing that, and I know full well that the member opposite was a member of that committee. And I am quite confident to say that the member opposite very well knows that medical marijuana is federally regulated. The provinces do not have a single thing to say when it comes to regulating medical marijuana. It is all federal, so we don't touch that. What we have been asked to do is to regulate based on Bill C-45 and C-46 from the federal government regarding recreational marijuana, and that's what we have done. And today we will present some bills that will show New Brunswickers that we are taking this responsibility very, very seriously. And New Brunswickers will know that we do understand the risk, and we want to protect our children, and we want to keep the profits out of the criminal organizations. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Member for Gagetown, Petitcodiac.
Well, I certainly hope the Minister of Health is not calling medical marijuana dispensaries criminal organizations, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we have a number of medical marijuana dispensaries operated by responsible, dedicated, professional, independent health services providers. These people are knowledgeable, helpful, and focused on easing the pain and suffering of others. Are medical marijuana dispensaries going to be ordered to close after recreational marijuana becomes legal in July 1st?
Honourable Minister of Health.
During that time, we did meet with some people who run dispensaries, and yes, I do agree with the member opposite. These are people that do want what's best, and they do what they can. The fact of the matter is those dispensaries are totally illegal, and that is a fact, and that is, again, that is regulated by the federal government. It has nothing to do with the provincial government. What we are doing is taking care of the recreational cannabis portion, which we have been mandated to do by the federal government, and we are taking very important steps in that fashion. We are submitting 5 bills today, all related to how to better protect the youth of our province and ensure public awareness campaigns, how New Brunswickers will be able to have a safe way to consume cannabis and protecting our children. Thank you.
Member for Gagetown, Petitcodiac.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Minister, will this government lobby their federal cousins on behalf of medical marijuana dispensaries to come up with a way for these dispensaries to be licensed and to continue providing their unique service to New Brunswickers whose health care includes medical marijuana?
Well, Mr. Speaker, I will reiterate the fact that this is totally a federal jurisdiction issue. We, on the other hand, are concentrating on recreational marijuana, and I can say that I'm happy to say that the New Brunswick has been a leader in this field, and other provinces are looking at what we're doing as a reference point on what to do in order how to well regulate the sale of recreational cannabis, and not only the sale of recreational cannabis, but also how do we protect our youth? How do we keep the profits out of the hands of criminal organizations? And I believe that through the Crown Corporation model that we have, that is the best way to start. We've seen in other jurisdictions that there are risks involved in extending it too widely. There's been increases in emergency room visits and so on and so forth. So we are taking the prudent, safe approach, and we want to protect the population of New Brunswick.